Alrighty, we're on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jackson. Thanks for hopping on over on TikTok. Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining us, guys, throw in the chat where you're tuning in from. My name's Josiah. I'm tuning in from Australia. But welcome to the stream, guys. Hop on and let us know where you are at. And we're going to be running through a couple things today. We've got a bit of a giveaway to do for anyone who wants to jump on the giveaway. We're going to be chatting about the XYZ workboard in front of me here. But yeah, throw in the chat, guys, where you're tuning in from. Let me know what you've been up to, and we'll run it from there. Let me know as well if the music that I've got playing is too loud. If it's too loud, just pop that in the chat. Hello from Mexico. Wow, it's Mr. Joe. My name's Joe also, so lovely to meet you. Thanks for tuning in, Joe. Let me know where you are in Mexico. What time zone are you in as well? Ariane from Spain, thanks for hopping on. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions about anything work louder, throw them in the chat and I'll happily help you out. We've got the giveaway for anyone who wants to place an order on stream today. We will be spinning up the wheel for a chance to win XYZ numpad, which is this bad boy here. So that one is available to win for free if you place an order with us on the website today. So that is that's the plan for today. We've got Morocco, Yusuf, welcome. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Keep those comments flowing. Happy to hear what you guys are up to and what's going on. Let me just see if I can. Alrighty. Sender of Mexico, 4:38 in the afternoon. Nice, that's a good time to be tuning in. Very good. And awesome. Throw in the chat, guys. Anyone else, wherever you're tuning in from, let me know what you're up to and what you have going on at the minute. Just pulling up some of the chats. Throw in the chat, guys, if you're tuning in on TikTok at the moment or on YouTube as well. Throw in the chat where you are at. Just checking, making sure everything's running good. Let me know if there's anything you can't hear, like if the music's too quiet or anything like that. Throw that in the chat as well. We've got Checo. Thanks for tuning in as well. Thanks for popping in the chat. Just a reminder, guys, we have some giveaways to be done today. Oh, this way. XYZ numpad giveaway is happening. So if you want any info on that, just throw in the chat. Checo, you ordered mine a long time ago and you did not get it. Oh, dude. Let me know your order number and I'll write it down. If you check in your emails, go to your emails and check what your order number was. Let me know and I'll write it down. I'll make a note that you were on the stream, and if there's any issues or anything, we'll let you know. Also, just let me know what you ordered and I can check if there's, because a lot of our products are pre-order, so I can check if it is on the way in terms of still being in production. So Checo, thanks for the message. Throw in the chat your order number. Let me know what you got and I'll happily help you out. Jordan, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're going to be running through a couple things today. We've got the XYZ workboard here in front of me. Super nice little board. It's like definitely. Oh, are you guys releasing creator boards again? Chris over on TikTok, thanks for the question. The plan is to release a new updated version of the creator board in the future, but still in the kind of pipeline of getting developed, just because going to be upgrading how they work and how they like all of the different kind of hardware needs to be upgraded. As we're getting better and better at making keyboards, you've got to make them better and better. So there will be some more coming, but I don't know the timelines on when that's going to be finalized. And with these things, it can be really hard to determine like what those timelines are going to be. So unfortunately, I don't have a timeline for you. If you are interested in any of the other products on our website, there is obviously lots to choose from. So if you, ooh, nice. That's not what I was planning to do. If you head to workladder.cc, then you can check out all of our current products available. So head to the website and check that out, and we can help you out with anything that you might be interested in. I'm just going to make this into a new tab. Shrink it down. There we go. Oh man, don't you love that when the screen just automatically resizes things for you? It's the best. Alright. Chris, ordered an XYZ but cancelled because wasn't a fan of the 40%. Okay. Fair enough. If you do find, if you don't want a 40% board, then yeah, then you would choose one of the other ones that are available. So if you want something a little bit bigger, then I would definitely recommend going for something like the Nomad. Is a great option. So this one here. So that's the Nomad keyboard we have, and yeah, obviously that bigger board so that you have more room to play, and a little bit less getting used to the different key arrangements. So it is a bit nicer as well. This is what they said they're working on the firewall. Checo, I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. There's possibly that they were working on, that they're still developing the board when you message them. I don't think, that doesn't sound quite correct though, so again, just if you let me know your order number and what you actually ordered, I can help you out with it. But without the info, it's a bit hard for me to give you a hand. And yeah, for sure, if you want the numbers, I mean, like you do have the numbers on these, so Chris over on TikTok, like you have the numbers up here, but obviously you do have to swap layers to use them, and so like it's usable, but it is a little bit more work to learn. So if you are wanting something a bit more simplistic, then something like this board here, the Nomad is a great option because you do have those numbers just straight at the top, and straight at the top there, so that's nice and easy. Let me just catch up on some more of these comments. Thanks everyone for tuning in and asking questions. We've got Super Groupie. To join the giveaway, it is just you have to place an order on the website for anything, any of our products. So if you wanted to buy a keyboard like the Nomad here, we've got that. We've got a bunch of different keyboards available. So even things like the Creator Micro, $174 for one of those, or if you wanted to get one of the cheaper boards, there's the XYZ workboard, which is what I have in front of me here, so that's $89. And so yeah, that's how to enter the giveaways. You place an order, let me know your order number, and we will add you to the wheel. And then additionally, you have two options you can choose. Do you want to go into the giveaway and add it to the wheel to spin and win, or do you want to, if you place an order over $150, there is desk mats, and we'll be giving away desk mats to anyone who wants to place an order over $150 as well. Nomad E2 shipping date, I think I don't believe there's an update beyond the current plan for Q1. Yeah, so Q1 shipping, that's just there. Whoop. In production and shipping Q1. So that's the current update still for those ones. Thanks everyone for the comments. Keep them flowing, and let me know if I answer your question, if that's helpful, and if you need more clarification, let me know as well. Super Groupie, hope that answered your question about joining the giveaway. Nerd in it, hopefully that answered your question about the E2 shipping date. Kenny, these mainly focus on productivity, workflow, or also gaming. Also gaming either is going to be helpful for this board, so also this board is going to be helpful for either of those things. So the way we have them set up is that you can customize what the keys are mapped to do depending on what you want to do. So great for productivity workflow if you're editing and using certain applications, you can get them set up for those applications. But also it's the same thing with gaming, so you can get the board set up to be able to do whatever game you are playing, you can set it up for that specific game. So depending on like what sort of games you're playing as well, if you want something that's like a macro pad to add into your gaming setup, I'm gonna try and, not sure why we're in some trouble here with the UI. There we go. Oh no. So I'm just trying to fix that. Right. So boards like that, and then also have the full keyboards. Obviously, if you're gaming with the full keyboard, something like the Nomad E2 is a great option. So let me know what sort of gaming you're doing, or let me know what sort of applications you're using. I can help you with that. No worries, Super Groovy. Thanks for tuning in and asking questions over on Instagram. Chris, can you program the dial to numbers? Yes. That's a good question. So assume you're talking about the XYZ board, which is this one in front of me here. So this XYZ board R2 obviously has that dial on it. And so let me know what you mean by programming it to numbers though, because if you wanted to program it to like type a number for different clicks, that might be a bit complicated. It really depends on exactly what you're trying to do. So like put a certain code. I'm not sure exactly how you do that, because like you're basically turning the dial. I'll just unplug it so I can turn the dial. You're turning the dial like this, right? And you'd be passing by all the numbers in order to get to a number. So you'd just be typing all of the numbers if you programmed each like click to a number. So like, could you imagine like a volume button, like a volume knob? You're passing by all the numbers. So I don't know how you'd put in a code. So if you can clarify what exactly you're aiming, like if you're aiming to do it for putting in your, if you're aiming to do it put in your pin, like for your computer, that is something you can do. You can set up a shortcut. So let's say I want to have this key is my pin for my computer. I can set up this key to type the sequence of numbers. So it's actually a good point for you if you're still about, Chris. If you wanted to like dial in your pin for whatever it is, like for logging into your device, you can just set this button to be the sequence of numbers, and you can just hit that to be able to put in a pin. So hopefully that helps as well. Maybe that's a simpler solution to that challenge. Kenny, gaming comes to MMOs and my workflow. I use Adobe CC applications like Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop. Nice, Kenny Reed. So thanks for dropping that in. So in terms of what it's gonna be useful for you, like if you're doing quite a few different things, that actually you can do the same with the dial. Oh, nice. So Fueled by KWH is suggesting that you can just do the same with the dial, where if you click the dial, it's gonna put in your sequence of numbers for your pin as well. I think that's what Fueled KWH is recommending. So thanks for dropping that in. And yeah, keep those questions flowing, guys. It's great to hear all of the interest. So I'm just setting something up here. Fueled by KWH, but one turn clockwise or counter will write it out. But then if you did it again, it will just write it out again. Hello and welcome. So hopefully that helps to answer your question over on TikTok for Chris. Hopefully that's been helpful. Sorry, I'm just playing around with the screens a little bit here. Let's see what other questions I'm still running into. So I'm back to Kenny, I think. Sorry, I missed your question before coming through. So gaming comes to MMOs, ARPGs, workflow, I use Adobe CC applications like Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop. So the keyboards will be good for that application. So depending, if you're doing like a bit more heavy work, I would recommend like the XYZ workboard is an option for you if you want something a little bit more affordable. But I'd definitely say Nomad E2 is a really good option if you're going to be using for gaming as well as like the applications. And then also if you want something that's like kind of that more premium style, and obviously the design of this knob one is like really refined, so also a great option as well. So let me know if there's any other features in particular you're interested in, and I could kind of give you further ideas between those two. Korolev, the keyboard at my desk is this one here is the XYZ workboard, so that's $89 on the website at the moment. So feel free to tune in on there, and if you're interested in ordering, we have a giveaway for anyone who orders on stream today. So Kenny, hopefully I've been answering your questions. Let me know if I can give you more info, but basically where I was going with this is that you can set up these boards to be keys mapped to different shortcuts for different applications. So if you're running like Illustrator as well as Photoshop, you can have those shortcuts set up so that when you're in Illustrator, it does the Illustrator shortcuts, and when you're in Photoshop, it does the Photoshop shortcuts. And then the same when you hop onto your gaming sites to be able to set that up as well. So typically it's super versatile for that kind of like multi-setup, where some keyboards, if you get the ability to set up some shortcuts, but you can't actually have them like application specific, is not super helpful. So if you are interested in any of the particular boards, let me know, and I'm happy to keep running you through stuff. And just a reminder, if anyone places a stream order on stream today, we have an XYZ numpad giveaway. So any orders on stream get added to the giveaway to win one of these boards here, the XYZ work numpad, basically XYZ numpad. So currently an unreleased product actually that you guys can get access to by hopping on the spin and win. So that one's available for any orders on stream today, and there's also a choice to for anyone who orders over $150. You can choose between hopping into the XYZ numpad giveaway, or you can go ahead and get a free desk mat added to your order. So I can show you guys what that one looks like. The free desk mat is under accessories on the website, and this guy's just been released. Super cool cutting mat. So these ones available, they're reversible, so you can have green or black or grey and black. And those ones are free on your order if you place an order over $150, so we'll add that one for free. You can see down in the little scrolling banner here, lets you know that same thing. So any other questions? Kenny, let me know if there's a particular board you're interested in, if I can help you with anything like that, with ordering or placing an order, let me know. We do ship worldwide for anyone that's wondering. Please SDK for keyboard with screens. So just let us know. Let us know in the chat if you have any other questions, guys. So Joanne, let me know if you're interested in, I think SDK, I think you're saying software development kit for the screens. I assume that's what you're asking. And so in terms of the screens that are on some of these boards, so like if you take a look at let's take Nomad for instance, we have this little screen up here. That little guy is able to be set up with different widgets. I'm not sure about, let me just check if you, I'm just checking some stuff for you there. So then the ones with a work louder that we have available with screens, so like this one up here, the Nomad E2, you can map your keys and etc. with input, which is super good for like a no-code keyboard configurator. And then there's widgets that you add. I think you can customize them a little, but not so much developing them. So those particular setups are designed and made by the team. So I don't believe you can make your own, but I'll be open to being corrected if that's not the case. So yeah, guys, keep dropping in those questions. Chris, if you're still over on TikTok, let me know if I've answered your question over there about the board and the ability to put in those codes. And if you're over on YouTube as well, throw in the chat where you're tuning in from. Let us know what you are up to. But yeah, keep the questions flowing, guys. Appreciate all the interest. We've got obviously the giveaway today. We've got giveaway for anyone who wants to enter, and we've also got the XYZ board in front of me to chat about, and any other questions you guys might have. We'll be running through those with you guys today. So yeah, just a reminder with the giveaway, the way it works, I'll explain it because it's kind of cool. I've got another question coming through. So the way it works with the XYZ numpad giveaways, you get added to the wheel when you place an order on the stream, but you get added and we spin up the wheel as soon as you get added. So I keep getting like backwards because my screen flipped. So you get added to the wheel as soon as you place an order, and we'll spin it up and you get a chance to win. But each person that gets added to the wheel will get a spin and your name will stay on there. So the earlier you hop on the wheel, the more spins you're going to get to be able to get one of these boards. So let me know if that makes sense, and we'll keep adding people up. We've got Blake on here already, and anyone else who hops on, you're going to get spun up on the wheel, and XYZ numpad can be yours to win. Cat Dog, let's see, would you make a Framer Creator Micro but just sell the PCB like the XYZ workboard? So basically that is what is, it's not quite the same, but it's almost what this is. So this XYZ numpad here, Cat Dog, is available to win under this giveaway. And what that is it is a PCB actually off the creator boards. The creator boards had that PCB on the side, and so it's off those ones. So it's a little different to the creator micros, but it's the same style, and they're not currently available to purchase yet. They're just available for this giveaway at the moment. So hopefully that answers your question, Cat Dog. That one is available to win if you place an order on the stream today. So order anything. If you order a desk mat, order a t-shirt, or order a keyboard, you can get an entry into the giveaway. And any bigger orders, so anything over $150 will get a free desk mat option as well. Largest mutuals, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Drop any questions you guys might have about the Work Ladder products in the chat. We've got this keyboard here in front of me. So this is the XYZ workboard, currently $89 on the Work Ladder website. I can pull it up on here. So we've got the XYZ workboard here. XHX, thanks for tuning in. Hello, welcome to the stream, guys. If you guys are just hopping on, we've got the Work Ladder products here we're going to be chatting about, and we've also got a bit of a giveaway to do for those who want to place orders with Work Ladder today. But yeah, throw in the chat, guys, any questions you have, and we'll do our best to hook you up with some info. Let me see if I can. Just throw in the chat, guys, any of those questions. When are you going to start shipping to India? XHSX, we already ship to India, so we actually ship worldwide. So if you are interested in a board from India, they are already available to you. So definitely let us know if you are interested in a board in particular. I can help you go through any questions you might have about them. I'll happily help you out with that. But yeah, let me know. Just moving my face over on the screen a little bit because I keep getting cut off. All right, that should be all fixed. Let's lock that down. Let me know, guys, if you have any other questions about anything, and I'll happily help you out. Let me just lock down all those. If you have any issues with hearing me, or if the music is too loud, just throw that in the chat as well. Throw that in the chat for me. Alright, I think we're good on all of that. Alrighty. Do you guys help with customs too? So in terms of customizations, I'm assuming you're asking about customizing the key sets and what they're mapped to. So we do have a system for that. So we have a product called VIA. So if you guys, when you get your board, if you go to support, I lied. We have a product called Input. So you guys go, because 200%. Let me know if you're referring to customs in terms of, oh, you're doing custom. Sorry, my bad. Customs in terms of getting them shipped to you. Let me just confirm. I think so. I think it should be fine. Let me just see what the info is. So I don't think we can like pay the customs for you. So we'll ship to you, but I don't believe, I'm not familiar with the system in India for customs, but my understanding is that once the product arrives in the country, customs are going to be charged after it arrives, which is, and it's also charged based off obviously your local rules, and then I think, is it correct that the courier will collect the customs fees from you? Not exactly sure. So I think, as far as I know, I think you will sort customs as you would normally, but if anyone else knows, if anyone else has ordered from India and you're in the chat and you know how it works a bit better than I do, let me know. But as far as I know, it's getting hot. As far as I know, I think the custom stuff is sorted on your end, but we will ship to you, and there shouldn't be any issues in terms of getting the product to you. But yeah, just we have to confirm. Hello, Copper, over on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing a little bit of a stream with Work Louder today. We're chatting about this keyboard we got here, the XYZ workboard, and we're chatting about how they work, where we can send them worldwide. So in the chat, guys, any questions? Copper over on YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and let me know if you have any questions about the Work Louder products. We've got this keyboard here in front of me, as I said. Just going to be chatting about this board and some of our current giveaways, etc. So throw that in the chat as we're running along. We've got, at the moment, a giveaway for one of these XYZ numpads. So this guy here is available to win if you place an order on the stream today for any of the products on the website, and we'll add your name to the wheel and you will get a spin, but your name will stay on the wheel for each person who adds an order later on. You get to keep getting spins, so the earlier you hop on the wheel, the more chances you're going to get to win. Yeah, like I think that's a fair idea, XHX. I make anyone from India is welcome to tune in here, but yeah, I understand if there's some more specific info, or like if people want something in their own language, that definitely is cool. But yeah, happy to answer any questions you might have as best as I can. But yeah, there's a big crowd of people. I mean, there's people all over the place. Definitely India, there's a lot of people that are keen on those keyboards. I'm just trying to do some research on how much you would pay in import and GST, etc. in India. So giveaway XHX is just placing an order on the website for any of our products. So if you are after a keyboard, you can place an order for a keyboard, or if you're after something like one of our accessories, if you want to get a desk mat, which have just released these cool ones, they're cutting mat desk mats for your desk setup. So these guys are super cool. So something like that, if you place an order for that today on the website, you can get added to the wheel to give away, get to win the XYZ board. And then also obviously any keyboards, anything like that you're interested in, if you're interested in a Creator Micro, one of these guys, that's also available to purchase. And if you do purchase one, you get added to that giveaway if you choose. Also, any orders over $150 automatically get a free desk mat added as well, so that's worth noting too. Copper, what are some of the primary features that make this keyboard special? I'd say there's quite a few features that we could go over. But we've got this board here in front of me. This is the XYZ workboard, and then obviously we've got a bunch of different products on the website. So it does, like, I'm happy to run you through like as much as you want. But also if you give me like an idea of what you're going to be using it for, I can give you a bit more tailored idea of why it'll be useful and how you can benefit from one of these boards. So for me personally, I use products like Illustrator and Photoshop or Lightroom when I'm editing on my computer. And with a board like this, you can actually set those shortcuts that you might want up. So you can set up shortcuts for for different applications. So if you want to have like Lightroom set up and you want to have certain shortcuts for that, and then you want to be using Illustrator, and obviously those shortcuts can change. You can have application-specific shortcuts. So basically the purpose of the board is to make something flexible that's really good for anyone working at a keyboard a lot of the time, or gaming as well. So if you're doing gaming, same setup, same idea, same flexibility. Alright, let's see what else we got. XHX, awesome. Yeah, let me know, XHX, if there's any products in particular you're interested in. I'm just still figuring out what your GST and stuff would probably look like. So I'm just doing the numbers, XHX on like a keyboard. My estimation is, so just estimation, which don't go by this at all, but if you are interested in placing an order and you want to know how much it's going to sum total to, if you place, let's say you place $200 USD order for a board, so that's like obviously a little bit more than this XYZ board here, sorry, a little bit more than the Creator Micro here, but let's say it was $200 you placed an order for. All told, by the time you get your product, it'd probably be about $290, maybe a little bit more for the board once you pay your GST and courier fees, etc. Hopefully that helps answer your question. So it might add like $90 to the order cost. So not an insane amount, but understandable if you're wanting to be careful of that kind of thing. You don't get like hit with a bill that you don't expect. So let me know if that's answered your question. I'm going to come and catch up to a couple more of these questions. So giveaway enrollment is just placing an order on the site. We went over the keyboard's features. I'm happy to keep going over those. What would you guys consider having an XL version with the shortcut keys at the top? Alrighty, so in terms of larger versions, in the past we had this Creator XL board, which has all those shortcut keys along the top, which is super cool. But that one is currently all sold out, obviously. And the plans to develop that again is kind of a little bit down the track. So current options for bigger boards are something like the Nomad or the Knob One. So that one's here as well. And basically the idea with these boards is you can make something that just has a bunch of extra keys on it, but at a certain point you don't want to have just a plethora of keys. So one option that's really good is if you want to have some real specific shortcut keys that aren't going to be messing around with where you're typing, then something like the Creator Micro is a really good option. So this board is going to be good for setting up to do like all of your shortcuts and everything all set aside in one spot next to you on the desk. But then the other thing is, with all of our boards, the keys are able to be mapped to whatever shortcut you want, whatever kind of macro key you want to set them up as. Welcome Dave, thanks for tuning in. So that is kind of the reason you don't need to necessarily just add more keys, is you can add more shortcuts for different applications, and you don't have to overcomplicate the board by like adding a bunch of buttons that you don't want to use, because as much as it can be cool to have those extra buttons, you can overdo it as well. So keeping the simplicity is important. Hopefully that answers your question, Maxon, on Instagram and Copper. So low profile versus high profile keyboards, a lot of the time comes down to a preference. So the higher profile is obviously, depending on how the switches are set up, there can be longer travel, so you can press further before it clicks, which some people like the tactile feedback of that. And then with a lower profile keyboard, you can obviously click a little bit faster, so like you get to the end of the stroke quite quickly. So if you're just typing a lot of the time, then the low profile can be quite nice. I think it's very much personal preference. Like the same with clicky versus silent keys, the same thing is kind of relevant. Yeah, we got all the dials here. We got them ready to go. If anyone wants us to swap them out to something different, let me know. I got the yellow one at the moment. I just like the yellow aesthetic. But let me know if anyone wants me to swap them out. It's nice and easy to do. This is very cool. Thanks for subscribing, Copper. I appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, anyone else who wants to subscribe or follow, go ahead and do so, and I'm happy to answer any more questions you guys have. If you're interested in where to find these boards, worklouder.cc, and if you have any other questions, let me know. XYZ on the way for Dave. That's epic. Good to hear. I'm glad to hear you've got it in the pipeline. Basket's looking good. I think, what did I put in last time? It's currently sitting with the Creator Micro here, so it's ready to go for when we got to pull the trigger. A few things to add. If anyone's placed an order recently, let me know your order number. And if you've placed an order recently and you let us know your order number, we will add a free gift to any of those orders that you guys let us know about. So just go ahead and throw order numbers in the chat, and I'll write those ones down so we have little gifts for people. And if anyone places an order on the stream today, we do have bigger gifts available as well for you guys too. So let me know in the chat if you've placed an order recently. Dave, I'm gonna have to pull trigger on this order at some point soon, but I also kind of want one of these mats, the desk mats. So I have to make sure if I place an order for the Creator Micro, free desk mat over 150 bucks. So I wouldn't even have to order it. It'll just be added on, which is epic. So anyone else who is tuning in, if you place an order for over $150, desk mat is added for free. Let me know, guys, if there's anything particular you want me to do. If you want me to run some, type tests, or if you want me to like run through a specific product that you guys are interested in, just throw it in the chat, and I'll happily help you out as best as I can. And yeah, just keep all the questions flowing, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Just making sure I'm checking chats to make sure we're not missing any in particular. Cat Dog, would you sell just the Creator Micro PCB? Creator Micro, like you do the XYZ board. So hopefully, I'm not sure if I feel like we might have gone over this before, but we will sell. We do have some things in the pipeline. So at the moment, actually, to just remind everyone as well, we have a giveaway, which is the XYZ numpad giveaway. And so it's similar to the idea of the Creator Micro, but it's a numpad. And so same kind of style, but that one's only available as a giveaway at the moment. So in the future, may be available to purchase. But if you place an order for anything on the website, you get added to the wheel. Just spin the wheel. I'm going to spin it up, and if you guys land on your name, you get to go home with a free XYZ numpad. But just also worth adding that if you get added to the wheel, your name stays on there, and so each spin you get another chance And so the earlier you hop on the wheel, the more chances you'll get to win. So hopefully that's answered your question. Shortcuts I've mapped on my XYZ. I've set up a few shortcuts for editing, mostly just to scroll around on timelines in Premiere Pro. So things like zooming in and out of the timeline or scrolling along the timeline. I've actually set up with my dial so that I can just scroll the dial around. Actually just turn the music up. So basically I've set it up to page up, page down, and to also have a key sequence to zoom in and out, which I can show you guys at some point if you like. But yeah, so basically that's the setup I've got at the moment. So a little bit of Premiere Pro editing stuff. There's also, I can show you guys actually over on here. Let me just pull up. So I've also set up so that if I like hold, it's basically the same thing, same key sequence for scrolling up and down a page. So I can scroll up and down the page here just with my keyboard rather than having to hop onto the mouse. So if I'm typing away and I want to just scroll, I can keep typing, scroll. So if you're working on Word or something like that and you're typing and you want to swap to a different paragraph, you can move around just like that without having to actually swap over to your mouse, which is nice. Nice. Thanks for the questions, Dave. Appreciate it. Cat Dog, thank you also for your questions. Throw in the chat, guys, if you have placed an order recently, let us know your order number and we will add a free gift. And if you're thinking about placing an order, you will get a bigger gift / chance to win one of these XYZ numpads. One of these guys. Ooh, where's my mouse not showing up? One of these guys here available to win as well. So throw those questions in the chat, and if you are thinking of placing an order, throw them in as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Angela tuning in, Benos tuning in over on TikTok. Throw any questions you guys have in the chat, throw them in, and we'll happily help you out, answer them as best as we can. And yeah, if you guys have questions about the giveaway, if you have questions about the Work Louder products, throw those in the chat. Do you find the space bar, how do you find the small space bar? I find it pretty fine, actually, to be honest. I don't really notice the space bar at all being small. Like usually I don't really like have much variation in where I'm hitting the space bar. Like it's on a regular keyboard, it's like this long. It's like this long, but like my thumb is only this big, right? So I don't even use the whole space bar half the time anyway. So it fits your thumbs like just fine. Like you get a thumb there and you get a thumb there. Like you don't need more than a thumb space on your space bar, in my opinion. So I find it pretty chill. I don't really stress too much about it. It's it mostly works pretty fine for me. And like just getting used to using the keys with the ortholinear setup, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to be honest. So you guys can just hear me typing for a little bit here. There you go. How long did it take to build the XYZ? Thanks, Dave, for the questions. I appreciate all the interest. It took me not that long, to be honest. It took me maybe, that's a good question, like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Like it depends. Like I didn't do it all in one sitting, so it's kind of a little bit roundabouts of an estimate, but maybe 30 minutes to an hour if you're like going pretty slow, but taking like, you don't want to like mess up. I think I accidentally put one of the things like on upside down and then I had to like change it. But that was just a silly mistake for me. So if it goes smoothly, it doesn't take that long at all. Daniel, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for hopping on over on Instagram. Let me know if you have any questions. Throw them in the chat. And thanks, Dave, for all the continuing questions. Appreciate it. It is very much appreciated. Keep dropping those questions in the chat, guys, as much as you can, and I'll keep helping you out as best as I can. Also, I'm just making sure I haven't missed any questions. What do we got here? Cool. Alrighty. We might do a little bit of type test for you guys, because why not? See if we can get it set up on this screen here. Oh no. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. let's try it. Oh, you can kind of see it there. Maybe drag it a little bit more. There you go. Now you can see. I'm not very good at typing, to be fair, so let's not judge me too much. Meme5 over on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the hello. Welcome guys. If you have any other questions, throw them in the chat and we'll happily help you out. This is my little type test. I'll try and do it whilst talking to you guys. Whoa. Oh no, I got a bit behind there. I don't know if you guys find like type tests a bit weird when you're just like typing random letters and words. You kind of just like zone out from life. Anyway, whoa, 87%, 53 words per minute. That's all right. It's not too bad. Meme, it is a nice keyboard. I agree. If you have any questions about the board, throw them in the chat. So $89 available on the WorkLouder website at the moment. But if you want me to run through like benefits of using them, how it functions, I'm more than happy to help. And we have some giveaways as well at the moment for anyone who places an order. So just a reminder, for anyone who's just tuning in, there is some prizes to be won and also giveaways to be given for anyone who is interested. Thanks everyone for tuning in over on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube as well. Throw those questions in the chat, guys. How do you keep what the Mojobi idea? Let me just see if I can figure out what that question means. If you just clarify what you're meaning to ask there, that would be appreciated. Not sure if I'm quite picking up what you're putting down. Is keyboard only for designers and engineers? No, so I mean the keyboard is for anyone who wants to use a keyboard. So this one obviously works fine just for typing, and it also works really well for someone who's wanting to use it for certain applications like a designer or engineer. But then also like someone who wants to do gaming. Gaming, same deal, going to be useful for that as well. So if you have a particular application you use keyboards for, if you just use a keyboard for typing, let me know in the chat and I can let you know what the benefits of this particular keyboard are for that use case. But yeah, so definitely a pretty versatile board, available like in terms of usefulness for lots of different people. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. It's not. That's not what I want either. Man. Yeah, let me know if that answered your question. Is it too adjustable, too well made? Dude, I don't think something can be too well made. What do you mean by that? Is it? Yeah, I don't think. I'm sorry, I just got a little bit lost with some figuring out some things. I don't think it can be too well made. I don't think that's possible. It's adjustable in that the keys can be customized to map whatever shortcuts or whatever keys you want them to be mapped to. So like for an example is like if you want to have the ability to log into your computer with just a hit of a button rather than putting in your PIN, but obviously you have to put in a PIN on the computer. You can map like this key, for instance. You can map this one to being your PIN, and so you could just hit this button, it puts your PIN in, and you go and you log in. So in terms of it is designed to be available for professionals, but in the same way, if it's useful for professionals, it's also useful for a regular user. Sorry for the slow answering. So it's useful for anyone who's wanting to develop, who's wanting to use it for coding or use it for editing, but also perfectly functional and useful for anyone who's wanting to tune in to use it for just gaming or for just typing as well. So same deal, not something to worry about. It's certainly not too well made. It's very well made, and I don't think it can be too well made, given that I appreciate things that are well made. So alrighty, I'm just checking some of the comments, making sure we're not missing any. Throw in the chat, guys, any questions you might have. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Happily help you out. What are we at? 10:30. All right. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well, guys. We had some people from Mexico before. We had some people from all over the place. It was going great. We had what else did we have? We have Mexico. We had Spain. We have Morocco. Let me know, guys, where you're tuning in from. XYZ up close. We can give a little bit of a close up just here, so you can see what it looks like up close. So super nice board to look at. You can see we've got, it's a bit hard to do this. You've got the RGBs underneath, super aesthetic, and obviously it's the top view, just like so. So this is the XYZ workboard, so $89 if you guys have any questions about it. We do have the blank keys. I've got one in the corner here, you can see, little blank key there. So I've got that key set with me. Pull them up. So you can have it set up like this, which is super cool, with these like blank keys. So if you set those up on the keyboard, they're quite easy to swap out. Like if I was to just unplug it here. So Saudi Arabia, yes, we ship worldwide. So worldwide shipping, so Saudi Arabia certainly is a possibility. So yeah, throw in the chat if you're interested in a particular product. I'm happy to walk it through with you. And we do have that giveaway as well today for anyone who places an order on online on the stream. We have some giveaways and some free stuff that we'll hand out to anyone who places on stream orders today. So you can see here I'm just swapping the keys out, super easy to do. So I have these two different key sets, just like that. You swap them out, super nice. And then obviously you can throw those somewhere to keep them, make sure you don't lose them. So I've got those blank key sets. I've got a whole bunch of them here because I've got the whole board worth of blank keys as well. You've got the ones obviously with the dots, so you know where to put your fingers when you're typing, just like that. Gonna mix up some pure ones on mine when it comes. Ooh, that would be nice. That'd be cool. Kind of like one of each or something, like a checkerboard. I'm sure you'll cook with it. I reckon it'll be sick. Just swapping my keys back over to make sure I don't get confused which key's which. That is gonna go that way. Let me just check which one's which. Oh dear, I'm lost. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I reckon that one's up. That one's down. And then we just had a blank one on the end. All set. Meme5 over on Instagram. Let me know if you have any questions about the product in particular. Happy to help you out with that. And throw in the chat, guys, if you're interested in a giveaway, anything of that sort. And yeah, here to answer questions. It's a little screwed up. Oh no. Let me know what's wrong. If maybe I'm just glitching or something. Let me know if I can fix it. You guys can see here we've got the RGBs underneath, so those are currently just swapping between colors. You can kind of see a little bit better when I've got like a big light up here, so it hides the RGBs a little bit. Let me just show you the paper. Like you can kind of see the color underneath there. So you can see those lights give a nice little underglow under the board. So that's super nice as well. How many size keyboards do you have? So we've got a couple different sizes. I'll pull up the website for you to have a bit of a look if you're interested. So we've got the board in front of me here is the XYZ workboard, and so that one is here. So that's I think a 40%, 50% board. So that's the XYZ workboard. bit of trouble with the, so you can see it here. So it's a bit small. I'm gonna try and hopefully that fixes that. There we go. All right, so XYZ workboard here comes in this exploded format, and you get to kind of put it together yourself a little bit, which is really cool. So $89 for one of these. You can see that's just there, $89. And let me just move that across a little bit. It's playing up for me before, so I don't want to mess it up again. So that's the XYZ board. We've got Creator Micro, which is a small little macro pad board for those who are interested in that kind of a keyboard. So that one is, that's two boards that we have. So obviously we want that macro pad, not just a full keyboard, so you can just add it in with your workflow. There's that one, and then Nomad E2. I think it's a 60%, and so that one is a little bigger, and so that one has obviously the numbers along the top as well, and just a little bit more room to play, and then the knob one just here, so that one's kind of the same size as the Nomad, maybe a little bit smaller because of some like less space along the side there, so you can see the Nomad has these like bigger kind of buttons along the side, whereas the knob one keeps that kind of sleek design with that extra space being used up. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that's a range of the keyboards that we have. If you have any questions about any of them in particular, I can run you through them. They're super good for like people who are professionals who are working at their computer day to day, but also just for anyone who wants to use it for gaming, or if you just want a new keyboard and you want something that looks sick on your desk and like a really nice setup, then this is the one to go for. But yeah, happy to answer questions that you might have about your particular setups, the way you work day to day in particular. Yeah, comments about the keys looking like chocolate, go crazy. Dude, I would probably eat these pieces of chocolate. Look at this little piece of chocolate. Although, to be fair, I almost wonder if it looks more like licorice. It has like that sheen of licorice. I don't know if you guys are into licorice or not, but just thought. Alrighty, let's see what other comments we've got. Just checking in with people, making sure we're not missing any. Alrighty, I think we're good. I think we are good. Throw in the chat, guys. Oh, I'm gonna just maybe refresh. Maybe the Instagram's having some trouble. Oh no. So hopefully we'll get the Instagram back up in a minute, but it looks like Instagram's just cut out. So apologies to anyone who is just tuned in on Instagram. But yeah, if you're over on TikTok at the moment, throw in the chat any questions you have. Thanks for everyone tuning in. We've got a few people over on TikTok, so throw your questions in the chat for us just there. And we'll run through some answers about these keyboards we've got in front of us, and yeah, happily we'll help you out with that. We've got the giveaway, just a reminder, so anyone who's interested in the giveaway, throw that in the chat as well, and I'll happily help you with those ones. But yeah, keep those questions flowing, guys, and we'll do our best to answer them. We'll pull up a little type test for you guys again, see if I can do something like maybe better than 53 words per minute. We'll see. Surely eventually I'll get better. Alrighty, give it a little bit of a listen. You guys can hear how the keys sound. Let me know if the sound is okay. Yo, speed run, 95% accuracy, 66 words per minute. It's low key, a little bit epic. Getting better. We're gonna get that 100 though. I feel like getting to 100 would be super cool. Let me know, guys, if you enjoy the sound of the keys. If you enjoy that tactile feedback. Let me know what you think. Throw it in the chat. Seeing if Instagram's going to be up again shortly. It's not up just yet, so I'll see how we go. Let me know if there's too much background noises as well, guys. I might have to close. There's a bit of a door open over the way. Let me see where we're at. 10:30. Cool. Ryo, welcome over on TikTok. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Gonna maybe duck away from the keyboard for like 2 seconds, just to close the door. I'll just be back in 2 seconds, so don't go anywhere. Or if you guys, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the like noise in the background, so let me know if you can. Just throw that in the chat. Make sure we don't disturb you guys too much. Keep throwing those questions in. Not sure if we're going to get Instagram up and running again, so we'll keep an eye out for that. If you are tuning on Instagram, throw in the chat if it's up and running again. Let's see what we can do here. Cool. Alrighty, TikTok. Let's get TikTok up. Polio, welcome over on TikTok, guys. Drop those questions in the chat. If you have any questions about the boards that we have here, throw them in. Happily, we'll help you out. Yeah, we're going to run through maybe another type test. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a showcase of using the keyboard on Premiere, potentially. Aisha, welcome as well. Let's see what we can do. Alrighty. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Might have to see what we can do about Instagram. Not working. Alrighty. Do a little type test for you guys. Give it a little bit of a listen. Let me know what you guys think of the sound. Over on TikTok. Ooh, getting faster. Welcome, Pancake Cookie. 74 words per minute, 96% accuracy, getting better and better. Epic. So good. Throw in the chat, guys, any questions you have. Yeah, any last minute questions, or any questions about the giveaway, throw those in the chat as well. I've just been running some type tests, trying to get my accuracy up, speed up. It's actually going good, 74 words per minute. I'm not mad about. I don't know what the average. Let's look at what is the average. What is the average words per minute for typing? Let's find out. Alright, so apparently a good typist is 50 to 65 words per minute. A fast typist is 70 to 90. And fast/competitive is 100 plus words per minute. So, I don't know, 74 is alright. 74, I'll take 74. That's good. That's good. Let me see. Alrighty. Throw in the chat, guys, those questions. Thanks, Mikey, for joining in. Owen as well, over on TikTok. Thanks for tuning in. Throw in the chat if you guys have any questions at all, and we'll happily help you out. Yeah. Let's just see if we can do something about the Instagram. We'll probably give it a few more minutes to see if we can get Instagram fixed. That'd be good. If not, that would be okay. Alrighty, let me know, guys, if you can hear the music alright that we got playing. If it's too loud, let me know as well. And just check out volumes, see what they're looking like. We might do a little bit of key customization now for you guys. Actually, might pull up a little bit of just closing some tabs. All right. Seems like things are okay. So we might do a little bit of a demo of how to set up your keys for customizing whilst we're here. So if you've got any questions, just throw them in whilst I'm doing it, but I'm just going to start on here. So if you guys go to the website and you go to support, this is where you find the options for setting up your boards. So I have an older one in front of me here, so because this is an older board, we go to the legacy setup. So I'll just open that one up here. We just open the VIA tool. So this one uses VIA. Other newer boards will come with input, which is a little bit easier to use, a bit better for you guys to set up. And you get this little keyboard here, so you get to set it up on here, like so. And let me just. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and have a bit of a look at how we set up these keys. So you've got different layers here like this. You can see these different layers on the board. I think the other day I set up a little shortcut. I'll show you guys how it works. So over here on layer 3, we've got our M0 macro key is mapped to a shortcut for basically for doing screenshots. So I'll show you what that looks like. So if I hit my third layer, so you can see the light here, third layer light turns on. If I hit that, and this key at the top right, which is obviously mapped here, then we swap to being able to do a screenshot. So you can see I can start screenshotting the screen, which is super handy, but it's also cool because I've mapped to this particular key. You're very used to using this as an escape. So if I want to hop out of the screenshot, I want to cancel it, you just hit the same button. So in screenshot, start screenshotting, cancel, try again, cancel, try again, just like so. So that's how that one works. And if I want to actually take the screenshot, let it go, and then it pops down onto my screen, little screenshot I've just taken. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Whoa, I accidentally just went full screen on that one. Let me just drag it back down. Alrighty, so yeah, that's how we set up the little key shortcuts. So I'll explain how we actually set that one up for you guys. So obviously it's here on layer 3, it's the M0 macro key. And so you can see I've mapped this macro key to that spot, but then if you want to actually set up your macros, you have to go to this side. This is where you set up the macros. So you've got all these different ones. I haven't recorded that many yet, but you can see here for M0 I've got shift command for shift command shift. I think the second sequence there, I'm actually not sure if that's necessary. I think sorry, I'm a little bit confused. So basically this is pressing them, and then it's followed by, when you unpress the key, you let go of those. Because if I wanted to hold them down, you could get rid of this unpress button. So if that makes sense. We can basically go ahead and make it so it clicks them, and then when you release, it unclicks them. So when I'm hitting that button up here, you can see I mapped M0 to here. When I hit that on layer 3, then it's going to take me to do the screenshot. So just like so, screenshot, escape, and it's just shift command 4. So hopefully that makes sense how you can set up more macros. If I wanted to set up another one, maybe I'll have to think about. Let's have a think. What sort of macros should we set up? Let's have a bit of play. So we're going to run through, let's say, he's going let's have a look. So I'm just deciding on a shortcut to run. If you guys have any suggestions on a particular shortcut you want to see added, let me know. I'm just choosing one now, so let me have a bit of a look. Just choosing one. Let's see if the Instagram is back up yet. I'm gonna have a little look-see here. Looks like it isn't, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep cruising along with this for the minute. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do cool. I've come up with a plan. We're gonna try and make a little shortcut that opens up Work Louder in our browser. So alrighty, I'm gonna try and pop that one into there. So I might have to go to full screen, unfortunately. Let me see. Actually, I think I can. So I'm just playing around with what we need. So we're entering the macro. We'll just try this. We're going to put in that option and save. Oh. Just have to fix that. Just gonna check what the error is. I think I've just put a little bit of a mistake in with the the code was a little bit incorrect. So we're going to try that again. But yeah, throw in the chat, guys, if you still have any questions about anything in particular, throw that in the chat. And I'll just keep running through this little shortcut setup. I think maybe we have the answer here. Alright, so we've got that set up. So what we'll do now is we've got M1 macro key set up. What we're going to do is we're going to put it into layer 3. We're going to go macros, M1. So we're going to click here and hit M1. So that's now mapped to M1. So you can see that there. And then if I just go in here and I hit to that layer, it's going to put in Work Louder website for us. So it's just a simple little shortcut. Obviously not everyone's going to need that particular one, but it's simple and it's obviously quite simple to set up. So you just add it into the macro. You got to get that code, which if you don't really know how to code, that's not a problem. You can just use an AI application or something like that to help you write it and to problem solve if you need. And yeah, that is the way to do it. So just another demo for you guys. What I've just set up here, you can see I've got this macro key here set to this key on the board just here. When I'm on layer 3, so if I go to a new tab and I swap to layer 3, I hit that button, it just takes me straight to the Work Louder website. So nice and simple to set up something like that. It's a little bit of fun. But yeah, throw in the chat, guys, if that makes sense, or if you have any other questions, let me know. Thanks for joining Leon over on TikTok. Throw it in the chat, guys, if you have any questions, and I'll happily help you out with answering them. We're gonna, if we don't get Instagram back up and running, probably in the next 10 minutes we'll be finishing up. So if you guys have any last minute order numbers you want to drop or anything like that, if you want to place an order, if you want to join the giveaway, just let me know and we'll get you guys set up with that. Let's see, what do we do? We're gonna try and do another little macro setup. So we're gonna go back to macros. We're gonna go macro 2, and we're gonna go ahead and put the code in here. And we're gonna try this. It doesn't want us to do that. KC space is wrong. Let me just see. I'm going to try this one without any delay. Sometimes you need a delay to make it work. Alrighty, let's try it. So what it's supposed to be doing here is we're going to do a command space to open up that like spotlight search, basically. So we're going to try it. We're going to map M2 to this key here. It's going to back to our key map, and then we're going to tap on that key and macros, and we're going to put M2 in there, and then we're going to try and see if it works. So I'll just click out of anything basically. Oh, that wasn't what I expected to do. Alright, if I didn't just ruin everything. Alright, so we're going to try and see if this one works. So we're going to go tab over to layer 3, hit that one, and then we're going to hit that button we set it up with and see if it works. I think it's not going to work because I think it moves too quick. Oh, something happened over my other screen. Alright, we'll try a different one with a delay. Just because it's opening up the spotlight search and then typing too quickly, so it doesn't actually put it into the spotlight search. Let's just edit this one here. Let's try this version. Delay is invalid. Still doing some little troubleshooting here. See what we can do. Thanks for bearing with us, guys. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. I'm not sure if we'll be able to set this up today. We'll see what it does. Alright. It's all set up there. Let's come back over here. And we're just going to try and hit the button. Almost worked, but we didn't get the right link in there. We just got dirt. That's weird. Let's try. I'm gonna hop back onto our via macro. Not sure. Maybe it was moving too quick again. We'll just try it again. We'll try one more time. We'll go. Ooh. There we go. Now it works. So yeah, you can see here. Let me say I'm like on Google. Ooh. Oopsie daisies. Let's say I'm just on Google. I'm not sure if that's giving you any bad info on me, but no, it's all good. And then I just want to open up Work Ladder, and I've set up that shortcut. So we go Layer and then A, and then boom, opens up Work Ladder for us. Nice and easy. So you can see how you can just set up those little shortcuts pretty simply. Obviously, this current software I'm using called Via is an older version. Of our software. So currently, if you go to the website and you have a look on here under support, download input is where you go to set up input, and that's where all of our keyboard configuration is for the new boards, and that's a little bit more intuitive and easy to do than Via, which I've been just demonstrating. But just demonstrating so you guys know like what it looks like to set up some of your shortcuts and how you can be invested in making that happen. We're probably going to finish up in about 4 minutes. If anyone else has any questions, throw those in the chat just quickly before we get done. But other than that, thanks for tuning in, guys. And yeah, if you're interested in any of these boards, like the one down below, workladder.cc, drop us a follow. Any questions, just throw them in the chat. And if you want to join the giveaway as well, place the order, and we'll add you to the spin and win wheel. This one here. That is where people can go to win one of these XYZ numpads, one of these guys. They are available at the moment. What else we got? Appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you have any last minute questions before we get done, throw them in the chat. But other than that, we'll be getting finished up pretty soon. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and just a reminder, if you want to jump on a giveaway, hop on one of our streams, pop your name and order number in the chat, and we will hook you up with some free stuff. So gifts for anyone who's placed an order recently and wants to pop their order number in the chat. We will add a free gift to your order, and then anyone who has placed an order on stream will get either added to the giveaway over there, or they will get, or they'll get a free gift that we can add. So we have free desk mats. Desk mats available for people who want to get a desk mat. So they look like these ones here. So desk mats are available for those who want to get a free desk mat. And for anyone who else wants a different free gift, we can arrange that, or we can either do desk mat or the giveaway for the XYZ numpad. Those are the options. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and before we get done, last minute questions, but we'll be tuning out in just a couple minutes. We'll do a quick little type test to finish up. Anyone who hops on can just give it a little bit of a listen, and then we'll be out of here. So monkey type, this is where I've been going for my type tests. See if I can beat 74 words per minute. I don't know if I will be able to. I will see. Oh no. Catching up. Oh, going a little bit backwards, 62 words and 90%, but that's alright, we'll take it. We'll do one more before we finish up, and then we'll be all done for the day. Oh no, didn't start that one off well. Terrible form on this one. Terrible turn. Ooh. See if I can finish at the end. Oh, 50 words per minute. I almost halved it, bro. Anyway, that's chill. Alrighty. All done. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're gonna log out and see you next time. Thanks for all the questions everyone's dropped. Any questions that you guys have in the future, DM us or hop on another stream and just go ahead and ask there. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it, and good night.